This week is Coeliac Awareness Week. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because someone very close to me, he won't want me to mention his name because he's a teenager, but someone I love very much has celiac disease, and I've seen how horrific it can be. So essentially, if you're wondering what celiac disease actually is, it's an autoimmune disease where your body reacts to eating gluten. And if you eat gluten, and that's found in things like bread and lots of things, of all sorts of things, over time, it'll actually cause inflammation that damages the small intestine in your body and causes a raft of medical complications if it's not treated. The way to treat it is, because you might have symptoms like really bad constipation or diarrhea or a horrible abdominal pain, or you might not be absorbing stuff and you might be feeling really lethargic and tired all the time. What you can do is get a blood test, simple blood test for celiac disease, and that'll tell the doctor if you've got it or not.
Really? It's just a blood test?
Yep. And then the treatment is you eat an absolutely zero gluten diet. Now, this is very different to someone having a lifestyle choice. I'm not going to eat gluten because whatever reason. This is serious, because if you keep eating gluten when you have celiac disease, you'll get sorer and sicker, and it can actually lead to complications like certain cancers and diabetes and all sorts of other nasty diseases. And so what I wanted to say is, because this has been a big part of our family's life for years and years now. If you were at a restaurant and you see somebody saying, "Hey, I really need this to be gluten-free because I'm celiac. Are you able to cook it separately for me with zero gluten in a separate pan and a separate?" They're not being fussy. They're not trying to cause a fuss. It's literally a medical emergency if they don't do that. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that.
There's a difference between being gluten-free and being celiac.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
And celiac disease is not a joke. It's a really, really serious disease, and I've seen how sick it can make people if you don't know what's wrong with you. So I just want to do a shout out to anyone out there who is suffering from this. It is Coeliac Awareness Week, and I know how hard it can be. So
I know the bread is no good. The gluten-free bread, no, couldn't do it.
It's all right when you toast it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Toast it with a bit of butter, it's not so bad.
A nice fresh Sammy.